Thank you for doing this. The products that we're going to discuss today are not the regular product saying it's one of the same, has a better flavor, take this one, has a better color. There's a lot of science in these formulations, and it needs time. So I'm here to help each and everybody understand what we're talking about. And thank you for being here tonight. Now, let me share my screen to make it a little easier to discuss about these formulations. We have a lot of things to cover. This is not going to be a 15 minutes. This is going to be a longer presentation. But at the end of the day, you will have very deep knowledge of what we're talking about. Allow recording. So, John, you can record now. All right. Fantastic. Okay. I'm Dr. Nicholas Tserikos Karapanos, Dr. Nicholas or Dr. T, as my colleagues used to call me at Mayo Clinic, where I worked for 5 years, and I'm the president of Metro Nutraceuticals. Metro Nutraceuticals is in Cleveland, Ohio, and is the new brand at My Daily Choice. By training and education, I am a Triple Board-Certified Pharmacist, medical doctor, and cardiac surgeon. And I was practicing in cardiac surgery. I used to call it my day job. And I have worked at the University of Athens in Athens, Greece, where I came from and where exactly this accent traveled 14 hours by plane. And we formed Metro Nutraceuticals. Metron is an ancient Greek name and means the internal balance of a system. And we say that something has metron when it has balance. Our health has metron when
recording in progress.
When everything is in balance in our system. Or we can say that someone has this disease because the balance in his or her system is lost. The concept of metron is wider. We can say that we have metron in a society when the government takes care of all people. And the opposite is a dictatorship where the dictators don't care about the people, and then we have lost the metron. So we named our company Metron Nutraceuticals, and we are here to discuss today about ClearDrops and ClearSleep. Let me give you the short part of this presentation within 3 minutes. All right. ClearDrops is the only water-soluble zeolite detox dietary supplement in the world. It is the only systemic, and we will explain what is this, the zeolite detox dietary supplement in the world. It is the only one that can cross cellular membranes and can be absorbed in the gut. It is the only one that has 3 United States patents and 6 more patents all over the world. ClearSleep is a sleep aid, and it is the only water-soluble zeolite sleep aid in the market. It is triple patented, okay, as ClearDrops. But let's start by saying, why do you need a zeolite product? What is a zeolite? And what exactly zeolite product do you need? Well, friends, the toxins travel all over the world, and they travel day and night. Nothing can stop them. This is from NASA data from 2000 to 2006 regarding particulate matter. Particulate matter is a very small particles in the atmosphere. And to give you an idea, particulate matter, these red little things here of less than 2.5 microns, you can compare them with a human hair, and with sand, a piece of sand in the beach. You see what we're talking about, very small. Here's the problem with those. They cause big time problems. Toxins like heavy metals, particulate matter, herbicides, and pesticides. And this is from the Journal of Allergy and Clinical Immunology, published on March 2018. Environmental toxins get into our body by two routes. Either we inhale them or we swallow them with our food and our water. So if you drink water every day, if you eat food every day, and if you breathe every day, you are in the right spot right this moment to learn what we can do in order to protect ourselves. I am not going to tyrannize you with all the biochemistry of this, but I want you to understand that these environmental toxins that we're talking about create a havoc in our lungs, in our cardiovascular system, practically in every single organ in our body. Okay? I was very impressed when I read in the Journal of American College of Cardiology that ambient air pollution and mortality after cardiac transplantation, like what? What kind of correlation is this? Again, I'm a cardiac surgeon. I've been involved in cardiac transplantation. Heart transplant patients are some of the most studied patients. It's the pinnacle of medicine. And then we perform a cardiac transplantation, and then the atmospheric pollution out there increases and this person dies. I was shocked, but it is exactly like that. Here we have the association between particulate matter, these tiny, fine particles in the atmosphere, pollution, and the hazard ratio, which is your risk to die after a cardiac transplantation. So you see, it's a linear. It's unbelievable. Same thing, published in the Environmental Health Journal 2019. Atrial fibrillation hospitalization is associated with exposure to fine particulate air pollutants. I graduated in the School of Medicine in 1996. It was unthinkable back then to correlate atrial fibrillation, which is a cardiac arrhythmia, with the air pollution. Well, we know very well now what's going on regarding the impact that pollutants have to our health. This is from the American Heart Association. Okay, long-term exposures to air pollution and road traffic noise were independently associated with heart failure. Independently associated means that even if your lipids are okay, you don't have hypertension, you are not a diabetic person, everything is fine with you. Yeah, but you live in a place with air pollution and traffic noise, and you can develop heart failure out of this. Friends, the ultimate treatment for heart failure is cardiac transplantation. Okay? Now, this is from May 2022, published in the European Society of Cardiology, Soil and Water Pollution and Human Health. Why should cardiologists worry about? Well, I worry about as a cardiac surgeon, but why the cardiologists are worried about? Well, because more than 60% of pollution-related disease and deaths is due to cardiovascular disease. Now we're talking about a pandemic, okay? And this is regardless of geography. Even in the Journal of the American Heart Association was published in 2021 that there is a serious effect of ambient air pollution on blood pressure among children and adolescents. Friends, you've heard people of a certain age, they say, I have hypertension. Yeah, now we're talking about hypertension among children and adolescents. It is that bad. Of course, there are several correlations and associations. This was published April 2022, association of short-term air pollution exposure with SARS-CoV-2 infection among young adults. So these findings suggest that air pollution may play a role in COVID-19 and support the potential benefit of reducing pollutant levels. We know very well that chronic exposure to heavy metals can contribute to fibromyalgia, chronic GI problems of any kind, fatigue, decreased mental concentration, decreased energy, poor sleep, you name it, is there. Now, I've heard many times the question, can this detox my liver? All right. I said, with all the respect, there are a couple of errors in this question, especially when the question is, can this work like a 2 weeks detox for my liver? I said, all right, first of all, how can we isolate your liver from you and detox just the liver? Okay, this question is coming from people who have no idea about how the human body works, to start with. Number two, even if we had the magic glove or the magic tool to remove toxins, one toxin at a time from the liver, yeah, the toxins don't stay in the liver. The liver is a transit station for the toxins. We'll go more there. And then the third part of, okay, can we detox the liver for 2 weeks? I say, hold on. Let's suppose that we can isolate the liver. We cannot. Let's suppose that we can pick toxins out of the liver. We cannot. And let's suppose that we're going to do this for 15 days, 2 weeks program. All right. What about the day 16, the day 17, the day 29? Are you going to stop eating food, drinking water, and breathing air? Are you going to stop intake toxins? So why 2 weeks of detox program? Friends, I want you to fully understand, when you start detox, you just start. You don't stop. All right, many people said, okay, the great-grandfather of all of us, Hippocrates, said, let the food be the medicine, medicine be the food. So, okay, this looks like a good detox plan, right? And especially if the food is organic food. Well, friends, the last time I checked the global map, I could not find where exactly is the organic land, where I assume they have organic air and they have organic water there in the organic land. Certainly they have organic price tag in the food, but the rest I'm not so sure. I know, though, where exactly is the nuclear testing land. It is where we live, the Earth, okay? So you've heard about Hiroshima and Nagasaki nuclear bomb, right? We have 2,056 nuclear bombs exploded in the planet from 1945 up to 2017. 2,056 nuclear bombs have been exploded as testing. 528 of them in the atmosphere. Where do you think all these metals ended up? In our lungs. So, as we're talking about lungs, and I'm a thoracic and cardiovascular surgeon, let's see what's going on with cancer in the lungs. You see a geographical pattern in increased cases there, okay? You see, same thing, males, females, age-adjusted incidence rates, lung cancer, oops, again, down there. Per county, again, all cancers, any cancer, all races, Hispanic race include both sexes, everybody. Oops, again, there's a geographical pattern. Cancer mortality, data published at the Journal of American Medical Association in 2017. You see what's going on here. Increased number, increased mortality because of cancer. Non-cancerous diseases, diabetes, same thing, same pattern. Now, you know, the strongest endpoint in any study, scientific study, is mortality. So here we have the life expectancy okay, in the United States, and you see what's going on here. There is a discrepancy between the year 75 of life up to the year 81 in life. And, you know, if you die at 75 and you don't die 6 years later, you may miss some very important things in life, like graduations, weddings, grandkids. Well, we know what's going on. Atrazine is a herbicide used in the crop fields with very high use since 2007. And we know what's going on with the contaminants in the Mississippi River. All these contaminants are water soluble. I want to understand the importance of water solubility. Heavy metals are water soluble. Herbicides and pesticides are designed by pharmaceutical companies to have a high water solubility for the plants to be able to absorb them in the roots. Yeah, but as water soluble, they get into Mississippi underwaters, and they end up there in the death canal of United States of America. You saw the mortality. So we have two major problems: the size and water solubility of the pollutants. On the other hand, we know that's 1972, a publication of the World Health Organization talking about the evaluation of certain food additives and the contaminants, mercury, lead, and cadmium. Again, 1972. Have we done anything about this? No, we have done nothing about this. We just conduct statistical analysis to see where exactly people die more because of what's going on. We know, though, that there are more problems there than the direct impact. There is the epigenetic effect. I'm not going to give a lecture here as if we were in a medical school, but epigenetic effect means that not only you are going to have a problem, your kids and your grandkids are going to have a problem because you were exposed in these contaminants. Okay? On the other hand, we know that natural zeolites increase blood levels of antioxidant enzymes. These are helping us. These are helpers. And we know that help with the integrity of the intestinal barrier. So to avoid the so-called leaky gut effect. We know that zeolites can help, at least in animal models, with Alzheimer's disease. And it has been proven that zeolite, clinoptilolite, a powder, the powder of zeolite, clinoptilolite, not the high quality product that we have, even the powder can help with dyslipidemia, patients that have high lipids. Now, zeolite is a Greek word, composite word. Zeo means I boil, and lite is the stone. So in a free translation, a zeolite is the boiling stone. Why boiling stone? Here we are. Zeolites are made when volcano lava gets in the seawater. This is the moment that the zeolite is formed. Zeolites are huge molecules. They have a honeycomb-like configuration. They do have heavy metals as part of the structure. These metals are not toxic. They attract heavy metals. They retain heavy metals and other toxins. And for this reason, they are used in several filtration applications and lately used for making dietary supplements. Now, the Romans were aware about the property of zeolites to attract and retain toxins, and they were building aqueducts to funnel the water in the cities, and they were using zeolite to line the aqueducts. These were literally ancient water purification systems. huge constructions like this. Many all over Europe. Now, how many? Well, this is impressive. Every single name you see in the map is a city that has a Roman aqueduct. This technology was very, very well known to Romans. Now, zeolite, clinoptilolite, another difficult word. It's a Greek word also, the clinoptilolite. It's sodium aluminosilicate, and it has been approved by the FDA to be used as ingredient in dietary supplements and as excipient in drugs. But the zeolite has two major problems. Number one, is not water soluble. So we have a bioavailability problem, and I will explain what's this. And number two, by the way that the zeolite is formed, is contaminated with free heavy metals. We call them elemental impurities. Before my and Metro Nutraceuticals involvement in this business, the market had only zeolite powders and zeolite suspensions made of these powders. Look like this. Now, I want you to understand that heavy metals and many other environmental toxins are water soluble. That means they can cross cellular membranes. They can be absorbed in the gut, and they are distributed in several body compartments, mainly the bones, the brain, and the fatty tissue. Non-water soluble zeolites and powders cannot cross cellular membranes, cannot be absorbed in the gut, and cannot chase and capture these toxins. So you see the paradox here. We have a natural ingredient, zeolite, that can capture these toxins, but the toxins get in our body by the food that we eat, the water that we drink, and the air that we breathe. They don't stay in the lungs or in the gut, they are absorbed. Okay, the idea was good. Let's give a zeolite. Well, here's the problem. The zeolite we give by mouth will stay in the gut. After a couple of bowel movements will be out of the body, so cannot chase those. Again, because of this problem, 9 years ago, came out with a simple idea. Is there any way we can take the non-water soluble zeolite crystal and create a water solution of water soluble zeolite? Is there any way to make the zeolite water soluble? Well, there is, and that's ClearDrops. So now zeolites in the market are low value powders and water suspensions, and the only water solution. And because we did it, we got 3 United States patents, 6 patents all over the world. That's our first United States patent, production of water-soluble, hydrolyzed clinoptilolite fragments and nutraceutical products based on water-soluble hydrolyzed clinoptilolite fragments. I filed for this. We got our first patent in 2017, second patent 2019, third patent, United States patent 2020. At Metro Nutraceuticals, we do just one thing. We take the zeolite powder, we hydrolyze it, and we make it water soluble. Now, I want you to visualize the zeolite crystal as a skyscraper. Okay? Huge skyscraper, very tall, no windows, no walls, okay? Just the crystal. All right. This is the crystal of the zeolite, like the skyscraper. Well, we said that zeolites have free heavy metals within them. These heavy metals are not toxic. They cannot leach out of the crystal. We don't care about those. Yeah, but we cut the crystal. So we care in such a way that when we create the zeolite fragments, we want the metals that are in the crystal to stay in the crystal. Practically, it is as if we went to Chicago, we took this building, And we did that. And this is very difficult, but we did it. Well, otherwise, there are other ways to break a crystal, like, create a demolition in the building. Well, in that case, though, if we were doing this, all heavy metals would leach out, and then we would have created a poison. Needless to say that, and you understand where I'm coming from the whole world of medicine and the world of surgery. Certainly, we applied the first rule, first, don't harm. We are testing heavily to make sure that our process is safe and effective. I will not tyrannize you today with all testing and all analytical methods that we apply, but I want you to remember that the zeolite fragments that we have at least one sodium associated. We will go there and we'll see why it is important to remember that we have a sodium there. Well, that's the X-ray diffraction fingerprint. Needless to say that our formulations are sterile after the appropriate microbiological testing, have the appropriate size of the particle. And let's talk now about what I referred initially, the Prop 65 Anita. So let me explain. Heavy metals, free heavy metals are toxic. For this reason, correctly, the FDA in the United States, the EFSA in Europe, and in all civilized countries, the regulatory agencies want you to test about free metals. So, according to the FDA, if you have a nutraceutical, a dietary supplement, you must test for 4 elements: arsenic, cadmium, mercury, and lead. So if you test for these 4 metals, you are okay. You comply with the regulation. If you have a pharmaceutical formulation, you need to test for 24 metals. 4 of them are arsenic, cadmium, lead, and mercury. Well, friends, we test ClearDrops and ClearSleep every batch that we make. Not for 4, not for 24, but for 29 elements. No other product, no other company, anywhere in the world has such testing record of formulations they made. Nobody. Same thing for ClearSleep. No other product, no other company, anywhere in the world. Needless to say that we passed the tests of the FDA with bright colors, 8 times less, etc. Now, we test the concentrated form of ClearDrops and ClearSleep that we make in our own facility here in Cleveland, Ohio. And for those of you that we had the honor to host you in our company, you know what we're talking about because you have been in the clean room where production takes place after you got your gown and your mask and your hat. And we'll be very happy to host each and every one of you that would like to visit us. Friends, we test the concentrated form for 69 elements. Like seriously, 69 elements. No other company anywhere in the world has such testing results. Now, the Prop 65 is a regulation specifically and only for California. And it is only for lead. You can make some notes if you want and check it. So, if you have a pharmaceutical formulation, you must have lead less than 5. Let's forget about the units right now. I'm using the same units. It is mg per ml. Less than 5 for pharmaceuticals. Less than 10 for dietary supplements. Lead less than 10 for dietary supplements. Less than 5 for pharmaceuticals, for drugs. This is the FDA regulation. And on top of this, here is the California regulation, Proposition 65, or as it is called, Prop 65. The maximum lead allowed by Prop 65 is 0.5. 10 for dietary supplements, 5 for pharmaceuticals, 10 times less, 0.5 is the Prop 65. And we pass Prop 65. That's major. Now, many claim that they have a micronized zeolite. Okay, still is non-water soluble, and micronized means very small zeolite particles. Yeah, that's our starting material. So if any other zeolite is made in a facility like this, yeah, our water-soluble zeolite is made in a facility like this. And for this reason, we had first and second stellar inspections by the FDA, 3 more inspections, total 5 inspections by the Ohio Department of Agriculture, 9 years of operation, 5 inspections, 5 stellar inspection outcomes, and we are just warming the engine. Now, there are many clowns out there in the market that make claims that it is to laugh and to cry at the same time. One of them is no preservatives, no preservatives. Yeah, it is illegal in the United States. It is illegal in Europe not to preserve your formulation, because your formulation, after you open it, the seal, after you break the seal of your formulation, and it is in the air, microbes will get in. So if you don't preserve your formulation, after 3-4 days, people are consuming bacteria. And here's the FDA warning letter going to these companies that they claim that they don't have preservatives. Oh, some other clowns claim that, oh, it's okay for children. Okay, it's not okay for children. Friends, as you very well know, children are not mini adults. Adults, us, we are not extra large children. Well, some adults are actually behaving as extra large children, but that's a discussion for another time and place. So it is very correctly recommended by all scientific pediatric associations all over the world that if you claim you have a formulation for pediatric population, you conduct the appropriate studies of safety with pediatric population. Okay? For this reason, you will see in the label of ClearDrops and ClearSleep that it is for adults. It is our intention, it is the intention of our company to conduct safety studies for pediatric population. Until we do it, and until we document safety for kids, we will not recommend our formulations to be used by kids. Kids have different physiology from us. They have different anatomy. Their liver keeps growing. Their mechanisms of defense change over time. It is not good for people to just use it with your kids. Practically, they pay no respect to the health of pediatric population. That's unacceptable. Well, others say, well, we have nanonized. Smaller is better for zeolite, so they took it to the extreme. They say there is someone out there in the market claiming that they have a zeolite which is 1 nanometer. Okay, if you have 1 nanometer, where are your safety studies? Because it is demanded that if your particle is between 1 and 100 nanometers, to have the appropriate safety studies. Well, these marketers have no idea of what they're talking about, and they make claims that make no sense. Others, all right, use it for sublingual absorption. Yeah. The sublingual veins bypass the liver. Dietary supplements are considered food. Food must get into the stomach, into the intestine to be absorbed. Sublingual absorption is reserved only for pharmaceuticals. So if your company crosses the radar of the FDA and you make the claim for sublingual absorption, here is the FDA warning letter coming, and of course sanctions to your company. Well, others follow the trend. Oh, we have humic and fulvic acids in plural. There's not a single fulvic acid or a single humic acid. Well, friends, humic and fulvic acids are created by the degradation of dead plants and dead animals. So I'm asking a simple question. If a rat dies in your backyard, are you gonna wait until the body of the rat degrades and then you take a spoon and eat it as your detox plan? Yes, the market is that bad. The Canadian company that was selling these poisons is out of the market, and there is a class action against them, and there is the advice of the FDA, don't use them. Enough with the scammers. ClearDrops and ClearSleep are dietary supplements that are tested above and beyond pharmaceutical standards. And we make a major claim for systemic action. That means we cross cellular membranes. All right, that's major. Many claim it, nobody can prove it. The way to cross a cellular membrane has been very well described. It is by diffusion or by facilitated transport or by endocytosis and exocytosis. There is no in vitro available testing for these two ways of crossing the cellular membrane, but there is a way to test for diffusion. And this is the parallel artificial membrane permeability assay. There is one company all over the world that is the leader into this. It's a company in Massachusetts. So practically, you put your compound in the donor compartment, which is separated by a biomimetic membrane with the receiver compartment. So the donor compartment is our gut. The receiver compartment is our blood, okay? And the pH is the pH of the gut and the pH of the blood. Inside these two compartments, there is a fiber optic probe where the concentration over time is measured, all right? So if your compound actually can cross this membrane, what do you expect? You expect that the concentration over time will drop in the donor and the concentration over time will increase in the receiver. Make sense? All right. This is what we have with our water-soluble zeolite. Friends, this is like pharmacology textbook. And of course, if you have this kind of data, you can discuss about several pharmacokinetic parameters like time for peak, where the plateau is, etc., etc., etc. And we are the only company in the world that has done this. And for this reason, we have the luxury to have intellectual property in our hands. Friends, I think that ClearDrops and ClearSleep are the only triple patented products currently at my daily choice. So we solve the two major problems, the size, the water solubility, okay? You will see that in the label of ClearDrops, we have vitamin C, and we are using the best vitamin C that money can buy. Our company is very transparent, and we have no problem to let you know where we source this vitamin C. We source it from the ethical naturals. It is a non-GMO, non-genetic modified organism produced vitamin C. Now, you remember we said that there is a sodium associated with the zeolite fragments. I asked you to remember that there is a sodium with the zeolite fragments. we incorporate vitamin C into the water solution of the water-soluble zeolite fragments in such a combination of temperature and pressure to create an ionic, as we call it in chemistry, bond between the ascorbic anion of the vitamin C and the zeolite. And we do this intentionally because we want the zeolite fragment creating a complex with the vitamin C to go in the zeolite vitamin C receptor that we have in our endothelial cells. Now, we want the zeolite to circulate, to go in the tissues and grab these toxins. We know that there are vitamin C receptors in all endothelial cells in our body, and there are an increased number in the endothelial cells in the arteries of the blood-brain barrier. So, again, this is what we do. The mechanism is patented and is presented in our 3 United States patents. If you go at the page of ClearDrops at My Daily Choice or the page of ClearSleep at My Daily Choice, you can click, see, download, print, read the 3 United States patents are available to you. ClearDrops helps the human body to detoxify from heavy metals and other toxins in a very gentle way by reversing the toxin accumulation process that took years, every single day. Now, what zeolite product you need? It's very clear. You don't need the powder. You don't need the water suspension made of this powder. You need a water solution of zeolite that is 100% safe, patented, and by a stellar company. Now, when to start detox? Well, you now. And when you stop detox, you don't stop unless you stop eating food, drinking water, and breathing air. ClearDrops was conceived, designed, manufactured, patented, and tested for everyday use. If it is to add one dietary supplement in your life, this is the one. Let's say a couple of words about ClearSleep. Because very correctly, the great-grandfather of all of us said that, yeah, all right, ClearSleep. ClearSleep is a water-soluble zeolite with vitamin C saturated with L-tryptophan and L-theanine, of course preserved. Why L-tryptophan? Let me tyrannize you a little with biochemistry here, the biochemistry of sleep. L-tryptophan is this amino acid, gets into the brain and becomes serotonin by our brain cells. And then serotonin becomes melatonin. And when melatonin builds up, we want to go to sleep. So melatonin is the sleep molecule. Now, in many territories all over the world, serotonin and melatonin are regulated as drugs. In the United States, they are regulated a little as drugs and a little as dietary supplements. We don't know where this will go. But we have the precursor, which is L-tryptophan, which is an amino acid, and will stay always as a dietary supplement. Nobody can take this out of your hands. Well, if we check the PubMed about publications and we put L-tryptophan and sleep, 1,000 studies on Friday, February 1st. So, what is ClearSleep? It is water-soluble zeolite, hydrolyzed clinoptilolite fragments that has a sodium, and we create an ionic bond with vitamin C, and we direct this complex to the vitamin C receptor, But this time, the zeolite in clear sleep cannot offer any detox action because it functions as a carrier, as a vehicle of L-tryptophan and L-theanine. This is the beauty of this formulation. Again, I told you, these formulations have a lot of scientific background, a lot of scientific documentation. Okay, so needs a little time to explain what you have in your hands. Now, the L-theanine can be found in green tea leaves. We are using specifically, and again, we operate in full transparency and we let you know where we source our ingredients. Alpha Wave is a signature ingredient of Ethical Naturals, and they call this theanine Alpha Wave because it creates alpha waves in our brain. Now, I'm not going to tyrannize you, but just for 30 seconds with neurophysiology. Gamma waves are the waves that the brain has when we are solving a problem. Okay, we concentrate, we drive, okay, gamma waves. Beta waves, we're busy, we are active. Beta waves. Alpha waves, we are calm. Theta waves, oh, that's drowsiness. Delta waves, I wish each and every one of you to have delta waves a couple of hours from now. That means you have a good sleep with delta waves. For a good sleep aid, it is ideal to create alpha waves in the brain because you prepare your brain and your body to go to sleep. And that is exactly what sleep aid offers, our clear sleep. So it is grass, it's highly purified, the alpha wave theanine, it helps relax, and especially without drowsiness of the next day. It has been studied in a university study. It was randomized, placebo-controlled with 20 individuals from 20 up to 47 years old. They took alpha wave or placebo. They had baseline measurements, electroencephalography to test the waves, and repeated measurements. So, positive effect on the tonic alpha power, measures the relaxation level, decrease anxiety, reduce fatigue, reduced heart rate. Clear sleep is a stellar, safe, effective, and triple patented dietary supplement in your hands. In conclusion, we are very happy to present to my daily choice and to each and every one of you ClearDrops, which is the only water-soluble detox dietary supplement. It is the only systemic, and now you know what is systemic. It helps take toxins out of the whole body. It is the only one that can prove the claim that crosses cellular membranes, triple patented, and same thing. Clear sleep, the only water-soluble, the only triple patented. And why my daily choice? Well, my daily choice, because my daily choice has some really good dietary supplements, and people that are conscious about their wellness are interested about that. My daily choice has some of the best, if not arguably the best, hemp products. And my daily choice proudly says that it's very interested about science and nutrition technology. Well, hello. Metro Nutraceuticals has some very heavy science to bring on the table. Now, hemp products. It was published in the Frontiers in Neuroscience in 2021 in a monumental paper regarding the quality of life if you are using the endocannabinoid system, and it was very nicely presented what and how this is working. Same thing in the International Journal of Molecular Sciences in 2021, they describe the molecular mechanism of the endocannabinoid system. Friends, I want you to realize that every arrow that you see here in this complex biochemical pathway represents a chemical reaction. One of the problems with the environmental toxins is that they interfere with these chemical reactions and make them very slow or stop them. Well, while environmental toxins disrupt or all practically biochemical reactions in the human body, ClearDrops is the ideal companion to enhance the action of other good dietary supplements. I highly recommend to anyone using the excellent HempWorks products of my daily choice to start using it along with ClearDrops. The synergistic effect will take the whole thing to the next level. My daily choice operates in many fields. Specifically in the field of wellness, my daily choice has made some very good choices about what brands will bring and what products. Metron is the leader in Detox. And friends, this is not coming to you from the usual suspects that are marketers that have no idea about science and technology. This is coming from someone that has spent his life in becoming pharmacist, medical doctor, and cardiac surgeon. And I continue devoting my life in helping people. Well, this time I can help many people every single day. I'm not performing clinical cardiac surgery anymore, so I don't help one person per day by performing a bypass surgery. I can help thousands of people with you and through you every single day. And with this, I want to thank each and every one of you for your time today, and I'm ready to take questions if you have any. Please unmute, feel free to speak. We have some time to take questions. I cannot hear anybody. Is there any chance that we have mute everybody? I don't think so. Can you hear me? I can hear you. Someone spoke. Can you please unmute yourselves?
Dr. Nicholas?
Yes.
Yes.
Here we are.
I have a question. You explained very well to us, and thank you very much, about the capability of ClearDrops to absorb, bind, and transport out of the body heavy metals. Now, when we put it into a glass of water, is there potential of there being some kind of heavy metals or fluorides and things like that in there? Would the ClearDrops bind to that as we are taking that into our body?
Malcolm, thank you for the question. The answer is yes. Even though we didn't design and patented and created this product in order to detoxify the water, we want to detoxify you, not the water that you drink. But as a byproduct, or a benefit, yes, it does this. Thank you for the question. Other questions or comments? Let me see your comments. It is my impression that you enjoyed the presentation and that you found the information informative. Feel free to ask me any question you may have. Now is the time, of course. And Anita, I'm speaking to you. Anita, we're going to have far more educational, sessions via John Herenza's team and Jefferson Santos' team and other teams, or also at the corporate level of My Daily Choice. I think My Daily Choice enjoys the fact that they got the only triple patented dietary supplements in the United States. It's part now of the greater My Daily Choice family. And so we don't stop here or today. I understand that this is a complex technology behind, and for you to be the best ambassadors of this technology, and at the end of the day, for you to also benefit for your health and wellness, and for you to benefit by making money out of this technology, I believe it is the best way is for you to understand the technology. Trust me, as a cardiac surgeon, I assure you, we have passed the era where the patient was coming to us, cardiac surgeons, and we said, yeah, we're going to take care of your heart there. Trust me, I will fix it. Yeah, this is over. People are coming to us asking what specific anastomosis we're going to have in bypass surgery because they watched 5 YouTube videos yesterday night. So this thing, take it is good for you, does not work anymore. And I am here, and several healthcare professionals that have used our technology for many years. I see Kari Wagner here. Her PhD study is with ClearDrops. So Dr. Wagner will make presentations. I will make presentations. We have a stellar dietitian with us, is Miss Lori Lee in New Jersey. Lori is a very, very well-educated and experienced dietitian. She's using our formulations for many years. So Lori in the future will present. So we will do anything we can to give you as much knowledge and information we can, so you will understand what this technology is. Yes, Tom? Tom, you cannot talk? Why don't you unmute yourself? Ask to unmute, okay? Can you unmute? Yes.
Oh, now
Good.
I can. Thank you. Thank you. We've all been prevented from unmuting. Every time we all wanted to ask a question, we were all getting a box that popped up that said, the host is preventing you from unmuting.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I had no intention to do that. We will fix it for the next.
It's default settings, I'm sure.
Sorry about that.
I just wanted to call that to your attention, and I thought by using my raised hand that it would help bring attention to that. So thank you, Doctor. I wanted to ask a question that someone had put in the chat. Let's see if I can go back for it. There's a couple here that, let's see. Is this safe for anyone, even with certain meds? That was the really first question that popped up. So I'll ask that for Vicky's iPhone.
Okay.
Okay.
So if you take pharmaceutical products, your meds, yeah, it does not interfere. It does not. At the end of the day, I mean, it is in the label. Please ask your physician, your healthcare provider for any dietary supplements. Well, to be honest, very few medical doctors have even heard about the word zeolite. So, okay, as a rule of thumb, ask your doctor for any dietary supplement, but ClearDrops or Clear Sleep are not going to interfere with your dietary supplements. So with your meds, so take them without any fear. John, I made you a host, so maybe you can help and unmute everybody. I try to unmute everybody. I cannot do it.
everybody can unmute themselves now.
I can unmute, and I don't know who's snoring in the background.
I don't know. Somebody's sleeping.
Good show, Tom.
A clear
I think
sleep
it's-
Somebody
customer.
took their sleep drops, huh?
It's some other Tom.
We're free now. We're free. We can talk our ass off. Hey,
He was
thank you,
asleep on the
doctor.
job.
Thanks, John. Good job.
Apparently, someone took clear sleep before
I know.
coming.
Yeah, it works.
Yeah, I guess. Let me ask you a question, doctor. I'm a chronic amnesiac, I can't, insomniac. I almost said amnesiac. And I have tried melatonin. I've tried several different, like trazodone, all kinds of different sleep medications, prescription and non-prescription. I've tried straight melatonin, and all that. And I've just run out, my box is empty now. I don't know what else to try, so I was especially keen to hear about your product because I have such a horrible time sleeping. I'm 67 and, I worked a lot of shift work when I was younger, and that just throws your circadian rhythm totally out of whack and can take you years, if ever, to overcome. So I'm hoping, that your product will be the solution for this. I've been trying some sleep gummies, the Delta 8s, that my husband gets me online, and they help, but only about half the time, maybe. So how is this different from like the other sleep deals out there, the sleep meds and stuff? How does this work, as opposed to, because you said, melatonin, but I've had melatonin and it never did anything. Maybe I've been taking the wrong kind of melatonin. Maybe my doctor didn't know what type of melatonin to give me.
Oh, now he's muted.
Unmute. Okay, fantastic. Now I can talk. Okay. All right. Thank you for your question. Now,
Okay.
let me be very clear. We don't claim any pharmaceutical action, but I can share with you that there were some friends taking practically everything in the market with various kind of effectiveness, depending on the dose. And after they started this, they stopped taking anything else.
Good. Okay. Well, that's something I'm going to add to my repertoire of things to take then.
I don't need it.
Yeah.
I sleep. I took it for a couple of months because of my obligation to test it myself to see that I don't feel something negative,
Yeah.
So I cannot tell. But I know from others that they rely on clear sleep to sleep. Trans Chief Operating Officer, who happens also to be the Chief Operating Officer of our family for the last 22 years as my wife, she also does not need it. She can sleep. Now, she's taking it every single night. And I'm asking her, for months, so why? Well, she told me that despite the fact that she has no difficulty getting into sleep and maintain sleep overnight, she feels calmer, more calm when waking up in the morning. And this is, I understand why. This is because of the L-theanine, not the L-tryptophan, the L-theanine and the alpha waves. So now I want you, Amethyst. Amethyst, yeah, you have a Greek name. If you don't know it, it's a Greek name. And actually, amethyst is a very beautiful crystal. Metal, yes, it's a crystal called amethyst. So I want you to go to the Clear Sleep page of
Okay.
My Daily Choice. Go to frequently asked questions where it says how I can find the exact dose, number one, and the exact timing,
Ah,
because the dose can be from 1 ml to 2 ml, and it
yeah.
can be taking 3 hours before going to bed or 30 minutes before going to bed.
Hmm.
The product is so sophisticated product, it needs some work on your end. So
Yeah.
you can find what is best for you with the product. I see one
Mhm.
more. Okay, I hope this helped, Amethyst. I see Mary Beth has a question.
Okay.
Can you unmute, please, Mary Beth? Can you think Mary Beth needs help? She does.
There we are. Thank
Here we
you. My dogs
Okay.
are aggressively playing in the background, so I apologize for that. Seems like they're a little bit happy. Anyway, they do the Kangen water. Hash brown precious biscuit. Let it go. Let it go. Anyway, doctor, thank you so much. I'm so excited for everything. Thank you, Tammy. Thank you, Malcolm. But now I have to remember my question. Have you heard of, and I'm just, have you heard of, sorry, I got it. X39, it's patches that you put on your body for, oh wait, I know what it is. And I'm just curious because it seems kind of on the same level. And excuse me, LifeWave?
Look, I'm not going to say anything negative for any product
Okay.
out there in the market.
Then I'll have another question then.
I will say only that we have the only triple patented detox product in the planet.
Yes.
And I'm not going to talk about any individual.
Okay.
I have met several scammers and several clowns in the market, and they sell their products, they make money, they are harming people every single day. That's not us.
Have you heard of it?
I've heard about many products in the market, but I would like to stop here.
You know what? Thank you. And thank you for everything because you've changed my life. Thank you so much.
Really appreciate. We try to help people every single day. As I told you, I was
I
helping.
apologize.
Okay. No, don't apologize. I was helping one person at a time when I was performing clinical surgery. Now I can help hundreds of people every single day.
Yeah.
So
Thank
that's
you.
very nice. Absolutely. I saw a question that I would like to answer immediately is from Miss Linda Gray to everyone. Is it safe to use both detox and sleep product at the same time? Yes. The answer, Linda, yes, it is safe. These two formulations can be used every single day. Ideally, you take Clear Sleep towards the end of the day to help you sleep. For ClearDrops is half a dose in the morning, half a dose the afternoon, or, and this is something for you, Sylvia, and everybody to know, most likely we're going to change the recommendation, like take 1 ml after your breakfast. Many users are taking it once a day. Some users find it easier to take it twice a day, half an ml in the morning and half an ml in the afternoon. So it goes to personal preference. But as it pertains to safety, the answer is straightforward. Yes, you can take your ClearDrops every single day and your Clear Sleep every single day.
Dr. Nicholas, the ml is what, 1 drop typically?
Can you repeat, Linda?
When you say take 1 milliliter or ml, is that 1 drop?
1 dropper. This is the full dropper.
The
1
full-
dropper.
Okay.
You squeeze
full-
and it sucks. It sucks liquid. Okay. 1 dropper, roughly 1 dropper is 1 ml.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Very good. All right. If no other questions, we are 1 hour and 11 minutes, and many friends are still in the call. I want to thank each and every one of you. If you have any questions, now is the time. John, if you want to add something, you cannot hear me? You cannot talk.
He cannot talk. John cannot talk. He's muted.
Can you talk now? I asked to unmute.
Okay, yeah, there you go. Yeah, I was turning it over to you because I have another call I got to go to, and so I didn't want to leave everybody hanging. But we'll do this again, and you know, we'll have you know, more question and answers and stuff, because I know this could go on forever. But as long as I do have you here, can you take them like an ml of you know, the drops in the morning, and then at night take an ml of the drops and of the Clear Sleep together? Is that any problem?
One second. For ClearDrops, the daily dose is 1 ml. So if it is
once a day.
yes. So if you
like do it in the morning and then do the Clear Sleep at night.
that's the easiest way. Exactly. All right. Well, I want to thank each and every one of you for your time spending this afternoon or evening, depending where you are, with me and ClearDrops and Clear Sleep. You have Metrons and my promise. We're not going to abandon you. We're going to be here and try to give you as much knowledge as we can, so you can help yourselves, you can help your friends, and make this helpful and profitable as much as we can. Thank you, everybody. Until the next time.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.